Hello, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful morning. So, myself, Rutra, I work as an engineer in the ERP Next accounts team. So, in the next couple of minutes, I'll just quickly showcase what we've been up to for the past 1 year. So, like Nabin said, primarily I focused only on performance and stability. Let's start with a few examples. So, uh, in accounts, the primary source of information for any business user is the financial statements, and one such statement is the receivable report. But we've had frequent complaints that on very large customers, for very large customers, the data volume is so high, the receivable report timed out frequently. So I worked deliberately on this problem and came up with a solution. It's just DB cursors. I rewrote critical parts of the components which uses raw SQL to use DB cursors. And we now have like a 15% reduction in the runtime of the report across all scenarios, be it small or large, or how much large volume of data you have, it doesn't matter. You have a across the scale reduction in runtime. Another major thing that I worked on is the budgeting feature. Even though it's a very small one and seldom used, there are some really big clients who make use of it. The thing about budgeting is it's real time, which means it uses the general ledger as its source of truth. And for large clients, as you're aware, this can lead to severe performance issues. So I rewrote it from the ground up, and it's significantly faster now. The thing is now, any kind of rewrite is prone to severe bugs or major drawbacks. So to make it less painful, we have provided the option to opt out if needed. So you have this option available in the settings. If you really don't want to, you can opt out, but I highly recommend you to do it because the more you use the new controller method, the more and faster and better it gets. So that covers the performance part. Let's move on to stability. So this is a major thing that I did. So this thing called reactivity. Let me quickly explain what it is. So in any sales or purchase transactions, the most common activity that you do is add an item, right? But you would have noticed that when you add an item from the drop-down, a system automatically fills in the supplementary information, the rate or the available quantity or the description. So this behavior can simply be called as reactivity. But the problem is, this behavior is entirely done on the client side using JavaScript, which is prone to async bugs and severe performance issues on large sites. So I have no other option. So after much deliberation inside the team, we decided to move the entirety of this behavior to the Python side. So this completely eliminates the async bugs, much more performant, much easier to extend as well for third-party customers who want to extend using client script. They don't have to rely on the client script now. They can just actually override the method on the server side. It's much easier to maintain. As with the budgeting feature, we've made an option to opt out of this because since it's a very major breaking change, we have decided, okay, let's not completely break for everybody. We just add an option. So if you really want, if your client scripts are really old and you are not able to immediately move, you can still opt out of this feature and still have your client scripts work. So stability is not just rewriting code and improving performance. Sometimes you need stability in your features. So many of you are aware, like accounts has two major ledgers. One is the payment and the general ledger. But even with those two, there are certain scenarios involving advance payments where the reconciliation is not possible if your previous fiscal year is closed, your books are closed. So to handle specifically that, we added one more ledger just for handling advance payments. This completely eliminates all of the drawbacks and limitations that we had with the previous design. So any kind of reconciliation scenarios where your advance is allocated to a sales or purchase order in your closed books, you can still reconcile them in your current fiscal year. So it's not just performance improvements and stability. One major new addition in the financial statement is a consolidated trial balance. As you're all aware, ERP Next supports a multi-company setup, wherein specifically it also supports a parent-child kind setup. We already have the consolidated profit and loss and balance sheet, and we are adding a trial balance report to that group in the V16. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Next, I would like to call Smith from Resilient Tech, whom we are collaborating for account-specific features. Thank you.